team captain, winning requires the willingness to cooperate, which in turn requires motivation. So if we were to diagram this first sentence, Kamani, how would we diagram it?
Okay, so W arrow, then like WC, like willing to cooperate.
Okay.
I guess. And then WC arrow requires motivation. So M.
Yep. So you will not win if you are not motivated. So how did you diagram the second sentence?
So so not M, then not W.
Yeah. Perfect. So we're looking for something that is going from, like, if we have A, then we have B, and if we have B, we have C, to if we don't have C, we don't have A. All right, so what did you pick for this one, Kamani?
Okay, so I didn't diagram. I just tried to like read it, which was probably a bad way, but I ended up picking D.
Okay, you can repair your own bicycle. Okay, so we're only if you are enthusiastic. So if you repair your own bicycle, that means that you are enthusiastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're enthusiastic, you will also have mechanical aptitude, all right? So then you're also going to have mechanical aptitude. So if you are not able to repair your own bicycle,
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
you lack, oh, this is actually, D is flawed.
Okay.
Because we flip our.
Yeah, I just realized that. Okay. I have to diagram it. Okay. So on test day, did you diagram, like you would diagram this?
There was 1 or 2 questions per section that I would diagram. I don't overly diagram, but this is one that I would have definitely diagrammed because
Okay.
it's so short and it's pretty easy. And once I saw it was parallel, I'd be like, yeah, I want to find this. And
Okay.
so, C, our political party will retain its status only if it raises more money. So if we retain our status, that means that we raised more money, which requires increased campaigning. So that means that we increased our campaigning. So you will not make oh, sorry, I read the wrong one. So our party will not retain its status unless, oh, this one's tricky because it brings in unless. So unless it increases its campaigning status. So unless brings in necessary. So this would be increased campaigning, which is this variable. And our sufficient will not retain its status. So, but we have to flip our sufficient. So instead of not retaining status, it becomes retaining status, which is the same as up above.
How? Because up above, those are 2 negatives.
But it's still talking about the same.
Same concept.
If you would take this contrapositive here,
it would be the same. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That's what threw me off. Okay.
Sorry, I've been told I do unless weird. Like, I think a lot of people would read this conclusion and go straight to this. Where I read unless is like and necessary, so I automatically just make my necessary condition and then negate my sufficient, so I don't get confused. But a lot of people like do it some other way that I think is confusing. I guess I've been told I do it backwards, which is it's the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah, because I'm a visual learner, so I have to see that N to know necessary. Like I'm like automatic.